Well, Ironwood Springs Christian Ranch got started back in the mid-70s, just a very small camp, but we had a big dream and a big community, and we believe a big God that often starts dreams of your life. And I had recently been in an accident in 1973, but yet my goal in life was to work in an outdoor setting in a camp environment. And since now I was in a wheelchair, my new passion in life was to work with disabilities. And at that time of my life, I had no property, but little by little, dreams started to happen. And I always say, if God's in your dream, no request is too extreme. And due to, I guess, the community, God's blessing, I believe, and plan for my life, in the mid-70s, my father owned 40 acres here in southern Minnesota, just out of Rochester, down along the Root River. Totally undeveloped. We even had to build in the driveway to get back into the camp here. But that really started our dream back then, and we worked hard at it. Built one building, which became our facility for about 10 years. And today that facility is still being used. It's our staff house. But Ironwood got started back then, and it wasn't long, within a year or two, we turned Ironwood Springs Christian Ranch into a nonprofit. And the word Ironwood's a type of tree. If you come to our camp now, we have 200 acres. And if you wander around the woods, you'll see dozens and hundreds of actually ironwood trees. So that's where we get our first name. And then we're also blessed with a river coming through the ranch. It's called the Root River. It flows out of the Mississippi, and that divides the ranch in half. Well, halfway down the river, there's a spring. It's a natural spring. It's called the Boiling Springs. And we noticed that was here right away. We were told about that spring. So we called it Ironwood Springs. And then we wanted to have a Christian witness and be a Christian ministry to the community. And so we called it Ironwood Springs Christian and Ranch. Ranch was the name we used just to maybe set a Western setting with horses and wagon wheels and outdoors and nature and wildlife and all. So it's kind of a long title, but it does have meaning each word, Ironwood Springs Christian Ranch. 25 years ago, we started a mission here, being in a wheelchair. I'd been out around the country doing wheelchair races and met athletes and people with disabilities around the country. Now I wanted to start a wheelchair sports camp so kids could get a chance to get out in nature and go horseback riding and go water skiing and play a lot of outdoor sports, which many of them weren't accustomed to. So 25 years ago, we started the National Wheelchair Sports Camp. And I can only tell you it's grown abundantly now to reach kids all across America, several foreign countries. And I would say it's quite life-changing, very life-inspiring. It's only 6 days long, but it seems to have impacted people more than we could ever actually plan. And so we're looking forward to next year for that. And then recently we completed a huge building project for us. It's called the Miracle Lodge. And the best way to describe this building is really using the word miracle. And I guess the word miracle has different definitions. But to me, a miracle is something that really I can't accomplish. I can reach out to all my resources, but without God's help and doing something outside of my ability it wouldn't get accomplished. And so I call that a miracle. And so it's named itself called the Miracle Lodge. And now it's the center for the National Wheelchair Sports Camp. And also 4 years ago, unbeknownst to me, I didn't realize we'd be reaching out to soldiers, particularly soldiers who have returned from military. And it's called Operation Welcome Home. And we're in our 4th year now of serving soldiers, their families, their spouses. And these weekends are probably my second passion now here at the camp, is touching the lives of these military families who have served our country and they've come home. And our mission here is to help them, I guess call it, put their lives and families back together. Have a lot of fun, meet new people, and just reach out to them. It's free of charge for them, and we're real blessed with Operation Welcome Home. And that's just a few things we do. We're open year-round. We have 45 campsites. We have around 25 horses. We have a great staff of 13 employees, and every day, excluding very few days in a year's time, we have volunteers here who come and pitch in, get involved in our work. They show up with a pair of gloves or something and want to know what we need done next. And so with that, Ironwood Springs Christian Ranch, we're looking forward to another year, serving more people. And again, as I mentioned briefly, the groups that come here are all community groups, from 4-H to Scouts, women's shelters, 3-year-old birthday parties, weddings, family reunions, Mayo Clinic doctors. They all come to Ironwood Springs, and we trust that when they come here, we serve them well, and when they leave, they're blessed, and their lives will be improved and be richer and greater, and their faith will grow, their lives will grow, and we'll keep up serving here at Ironwood Springs. So thanks for listening, and again, Bob Bardwell here from Ironwood Springs.